Hey everybody, we're doing more Kirby today.
I never quite realized.
We're done with Stranger of Paradise, but I don't think it's going to take that long to finish up Kirby.
Commanders put me in charge of your
That's the hope, at
maintenance,
least. These games, as far as I know,
That means I'll be
aren't the
performing
longest.
regular checks
They're
on you from now on.
platformers. So, you know.
If anyone is listening to this,
Oh, and also, I hope everyone can hear me. But yeah, the construction wolfos are back, it's true. Now that we finish Stranger of Paradise, another part of the overlay can be rebuilt if you donate some white wolfos towards the goal of 40,000. Then we can rebuild this next chunk, and that'll be good. Nice, thank you Pansy Zombie for the first donation. Hopefully we'll have it rebuilt in no time. We need a lot of white wolfos though.
Perhaps we're not so different after all. Pod 153, I order you to halt all logical thought and speech.
Yeah. You're right though that Kirby and Stranger of Paradise do have the same relationship as Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing here. Stranger of Paradise is a lot like Animal Crossing in that way. It's got the same kind of light and fluffy vibes versus the more mature Kirby in the Forgotten Land. But yeah, let's just dive right into it. Hello, Sing for Anactoria. You got an ad for Sonic the 2 movie? I haven't gotten a single ad for that now that I think about it. That's kind of weird. This is Kirby. It's Kirby in the Forgotten Land, the newest one. That's the one where they moved to 3D. Like, yeah, I feel like there are people who probably don't remember this at all, but yeah, you can hear the music, the Kirby music. But there was a Kirby game that they advertised on Nintendo Power way back in the day for the GameCube. And it had 4 Kirbys in it. They were all multicolored. And it just nothing ever came of it. Hello, A Shameless Shill. How's it going?
Is this a curse? Or some kind of punishment? I often think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle. And wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
Another way you can tell that this is Kirby is because it has a shmup segment. As you can see right here with the vehicle. Kirby always gets these, usually near the end of the game though. It's kind of surprising we're having it this early. But you know. Kirby 4 Swords? Maybe. Oh wow, thank you, Sing for Anactoria for the subscription. Nice, got Wolfos in the chat. Alright, oh, okay. Gotta keep my eye on the game, though.
12H down. All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
So I guess these could all be Kirby's, for that matter. It's hard to see right now.
Origin point of long-range lasers confirmed.
Oh no. They took a page from Metroid Other M. You don't have any authorization.
11B down. Our HO229 cancelers are ineffective.
Alert. Enemy unit sighted ahead.
Requesting permission to engage.
Permission granted.
Oh, whoa, there we go. Okay, now we're doing the real segment. Gotta fight like Wispy Woods or something, but with guns. on a previous stream, we did get the gun power up. So it just kind of took a bit
1D down.
to go to the next logical conclusion. One of the prettiest games seen on Wii U. Well, that makes sense because this is a Switch game. I don't. Okay, no, there was a Kirby game on Wii U. There was Kirby, the clay one. I forget.
Multiple surrounding confirmed.
Oh, what was it called? Not Canvas Curse.
Permission granted.
But I forget. Kirby it's like a successor to Canvas Curse. Huh, I'm just firing automatically. I'm not doing anything here. It's just auto-aiming. I guess that's Kirby for you. Always very easy in that way.
Captain.
They don't want it to be too difficult for Kirby. This gun upgrade goes kind of hard. And this isn't even the finale. Like, who knows what the actual final upgrades are like? Like, will Kirby go beyond dual wielding into like triple wielding or something?
Allied units down. The operation is compromised. Awaiting further orders.
Operator to 2B. We need you to rendezvous with Unit 9S and begin gathering data on the local terrain.
Understood.
I love making patterns when you get to do stuff like this. It's cathartic. Wait, is it automatically dodging? Man, this is very much a cinematic beginning or whatever. Yeah, I don't even have to press the shoot button, I just keep shooting. Kirby has gotten too powerful. I did actually, I mean, it was quite a while ago that I played Kirby Superstar Now, a couple months ago, but the footage that I recorded of it just recently came out. So the shooting sequence from the end of Milky Way Wishes is still very much ingrained in my mind. Oh, I actually got hit. The auto dodge didn't kick in. Alright, now we're into the actual 3D exploration bit. Auto chips are on by default. Yeah, it says in the top right corner.
Activating short-range attack gear.
So yeah, I mentioned this in the first, actually not even the first stream, in the demo stream, how they start you off with a sword, because everyone knows that's the Kirby power everyone wants to use. Although yeah, this does very much have that same problem every Kirby game has, where you have lots of tech. You can do all kinds of moves with your sword, for example, but the enemies aren't exactly anything like particularly intense. They don't really demand that you use any of this tech for anything. Like maybe for like a post-game kind of thing. I've heard that's the thing. So something I've realized is that the spoiler etiquette for many franchises is not great. There is nothing worse than Kirby spoiler etiquette. People just started hoisting. Wow, okay, where did that accent come from?
Not quite.
Yeah, but people just kept going with like all kinds of spoilers for the game right away, off the bat. Like no one cares. It's just like, oh well, here's all the power-ups, here's the final boss, here's the name of the final boss track, here's just every single thing.
You don't say.
It's kind of insane. Oh wow, I'm even automatically attacking. I don't have to do anything in this game.
Laser communications recovered.
I'm transmitting your pod filter.
Oh no, a giant woofie? I don't think this isn't a woofie. I think it's, because, you know, the whole thing is it's a forgotten land. I'm sure this is like there's probably some sort of crazy lore for this, but like, yeah, there is like some kind of like Forgotten Land aspect to this technology, I'm sure, where it's like, oh, these companies, you know, they started off as just businesses, but they started, they hired militaries, and then they started going to war with each other and destroyed the Forgotten Land. My Kirby looks different from yours. Well, yeah, no, this is the new Kirby, it's the 3D one. The old Kirby games were all 2D.
You're 2B, right? My name's 9S. I'm here to provide
support. Ribbon has a cool design in this game. Which one is Ribbon?
Is that big old buzzsaw the Goliath you came here to take out?
No.
This is the little floating person. No, wait, yeah, the floating one. That's oh man, I'm so bad with names. Who was it? Elflin, that's the one. Yeah, we got Elflin right here. And then, who's this? Oh, wait, no. Oh, God, this isn't even a name, and that's how bad I am at this. That was Bandana Waddle Dee. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm glad you guys can at least pick up on it. I'm not so great at words. That's why I stream, apparently. Yeah, no, who's Ribbon, though? I don't actually remember that. Wait, is Ribbon like a classic Kingdom Hearts Kirby character? Because I don't know. Like, I don't know much Kirby lore at all. I've said on previous streams, I played a bunch of the Game Boy Advance ones, but never beat them. And then I've only beaten the NES one and both versions of Superstar. It's almost unfair going up against these random cute little Kirby enemies with this much. Like, Kirby is too powerful, but I guess that's the point. He does have literally infinite potential. And of course, this is just the one power. Like, who knows what else you're gonna get to do as this game progresses. Getting a lot of those coins too, so I can upgrade my powers once I get to the town. So that's good. I keep pressing Stranger of Paradise buttons in order to do stuff, but this game doesn't have Stranger of Paradise controls.
2B? Ma'am?
What is it?
I was going to send you the map data I collected earlier.
Do it.
There we go, now we got a map. I'm glad that Bandana Waddle Dee gets some play even when you're not in co-op mode. Because it's a shame whenever there's a full-on character that just doesn't get anything unless you do a certain thing. Like in one of the Stranger of Paradise things, in one of the videos, I think it was, when we did the Final Fantasy 15 level, I talked about how in 15 there is a companion Noctis has called Carbuncle, and they just don't appear unless you play on easy mode, but they have a whole big thing in the demo, which is what got taken down, it's delisted. So, you know, it's nice when these things don't get forgotten and they're just there. I guess in a similar way, this is kind of like Final Fantasy 15 in that you do just automatically do these crazy combos without any input if you don't want to. It really is Tabata's vision fully realized.
Nothing's ever easy.
Kirby is the most asexual video game you can think of? I mean, Kirby himself, definitely. I don't know what else there is in that regard. At the very least, Meta Knight has a pretty sexy voice. Wonder when we get to see Meta Knight, actually. Because, like, yeah, it's weird how this is, like, I expected the game to go by really fast, but, like, even though it's only been one stream so far, it was a long stream, and we didn't get hide nor hair of DDD or Meta Knight. So maybe they'll show up at this point in this stream, maybe, but you never know. I mean, I definitely don't know what the, like, status quo is with Kirby games. Like, is it going to be...
You know, man,
Is it the kind of game where you have to wait to get those references, or do they usually front load them?
Scouting out enemy lines and all that. I don't usually get a partner. It's kind of fun.
Emotions are prohibited.
Sorry, ma'am.
And another thing, stop calling me ma'am.
Huh?
It's unnecessary.
You played all of 15 and didn't know there was a carbuncle in it? So yeah, you can see carbuncle if you do the tutorials. The tutorials at the start are taught by carbuncle. They'll talk to Noctis via his phone. But yeah, if you play the Platinum demo, then you get to name Carbuncle. Otherwise, it's just called Carbuncle, I think. It's very bizarre. Like, the whole Noctis being able to see dreams thing, like going into the world of dreams or sleep or whatever, seems like it was meant to be a thing, but they just forgot or couldn't fit it in or something. Maybe Tabata thought it was cringe. There's no way to know, really. God, this music rocks. Like, okay, yeah, no. Kirby games are one of those ones where I know that all the Kirby music is great. Like, it's got just a great track record. It's like Sonic in that regard. But it doesn't seem like people ever really talk about it enough. Like, it's just weird to me, because I feel like, in general, Kirby doesn't get very much play or attention, even from Nintendo, despite being one of the biggest franchises they have. Like, Kirby is very consistent and very successful. It's like, I don't know, I can't call up any sales numbers off the top of my head, but I know that it's always been consistently, like, at least in the top 5, I think. Maybe it's been pushed down because of successes like Fire Emblem nowadays, but I don't know.
Analysis. This elevator's controls are locked and cannot be used.
I also love the whole, like, forgotten, lost mechanical vibe of this game, like Forgotten Land versus the other Kirby games I'm familiar with, where it's very, like, I'm repeating myself when I say it's very abstract in other Kirby games, but, like, this really is a very different vibe for a Kirby game, as far as I know, unless there's a bunch of Kirby games with these kinds of vibes. I don't think so. Maybe Robobot does, I don't know. I'm surprised, actually, because, yeah, I was saying earlier about how the spoiler etiquette for Kirby is just abysmal, but despite that, I have not seen much of any information about Robobot, which is nice, because that's one game I would like to go in pretty blind, if possible. One day. You know, it's not going to be possible to buy it pretty soon, because Nintendo hates it when people buy their games, but, you know, it's still like a thing I want to try somehow, in some such way. Oh. Chest you can't access. Wonder if I need a different power. I haven't actually. I should probably get rid of sword and try a different one, but, like, do you want to use a power other than sword? Even if there's a chest, it probably just has like a Waddle Dee in it or something. So, like, you know, sword is too good. Sword is iconic. That's exactly it. I do know Kirby is a lot bigger in Japan, for example, than it is in the US. Like, it's pretty much, like, it's just that whole thing where, like, we have American box art Kirby, and then we have, you know, the actual Kirby, the true Kirby, where he's just a happy-go-lucky guy. Then American Kirby is angry because otherwise he's just not masculine enough to appeal to our fucked up culture. Oh, it's actually kind of hard to see what's going on from this angle. There's lots of, like, sparks and stuff flying around. I do appreciate, because Kirby games do just, like, swap up things quite a bit, like how there's that turn-based battle in Superstar, for example. And I'm glad that the 3D thing is keeping that going with these weird camera angles and stuff. It's nice. I appreciate it.
What?
It's just accessing random, nonsensical data from the old world. There's no actual meaning behind anything machines do.
Oh yeah, no, I think I have seen the box art for Ratchet and Clank in Japan. Banjo and Kazooie has a similar thing. They make them like a lot cuter, I think, if I remember right. Like, yeah, in general, like there's a whole thing of, like, gritty. Yeah, wait, did you say Ratchet and Clank? 'Cause I think Jack and Daxter had that too. Because it's, yeah, like there's just a general thing of cuter stuff does better in Japan, so stuff that isn't inherently cute gets like an upgrade, I guess, or if you want to put it that way. But they make it into something cutesier in order to try and trick people into buying it, even though it's gritty and westernized. And then yeah, we have like the exact opposite thing where it's like, oh man, we can't have a pink puffball. What people might play it and become gay. Who knows? Why isn't Kirby a girl? He's pink. I will say though, you can't really see it from here, but Kirby does look mighty feminine in this game. With the whole like dress and stuff. That's just another way that the franchise is forward thinking, I suppose. I do remember having my mind blown when I was very little and finding out that Kirby wasn't a girl. Also, I'm pretty sure I thought there was some connection between Jigglypuff and Kirby, but I don't think that's a rare thought at all. I'm pretty sure everyone feels that way, when they're little at least and don't know any better. I think at like a daycare or something I went to when I'm playing the original Smash Bros. For N64, I'm pretty sure someone said that Kirby was Jigglypuff's boyfriend, or something to that effect. But you know, it's very much in that same vein as things like those mysterious Keyblade wielders at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2. That's Sora, Riku, and Kairi's parents.
This elevator's controls are locked and cannot be used.
Pink is for girls only, and Hope is a girl's name. Yeah, it's true. Even though pink didn't actually it wasn't originally a girl color. It used to be a thing for. Okay, maybe making this up. I think it has something to do with being wealthy, but maybe not. But there's something to do with pink, how it's socially changed over time to mean something different, and now it's like, oh no, this is the one girl color. Which actually might be an interesting fact that I don't even know if it's actually accurate, but something I've heard a long time ago is that among Poles, women have a wide variety of favorite colors, but with men, it's overwhelmingly blue. Like most men's favorite color is blue, and then I think like the remaining chunk, a huge amount of it for men is red. Whereas it's very evenly split with women, which I think is really interesting because like pink is the most marketed color as far as I know. Like there is literally the term pink aisle for toy sections that are marketed towards girls, where it's just this aisle becomes pink because that's how you sell stuff to girls. It has to be pink for them. Men love Sonic, it's true. Men only want one thing and it's disgusting. Yeah, men love Sonic and Knucks. That's why this new movie is going to be the first ever movie to sell 1 trillion tickets. It's wild how 2022 has been going for how long, and it's already had so many cultural
Surveyed
resets.
the entire factory, but couldn't find anything resembling our target.
Maybe they, I don't know, moved it somewhere?
You like Kirby's hair? Yeah. You're getting, and if you look at my picture that along with my advertisement for it over on Twitter, where I talked about how I'm live on Twitch, you can get a much closer look at what Kirby looks like in this game. It's kind of hard to see, like this camera zoomed out like this, but you know. When you're a kid, you assume that Jigglypuff was someone at Pokemon Company who really loved Kirby and put it in their game. Yeah, kids have a very nice lack of understanding of copyright. It's very pleasant in that way. Like, I remember when I was little, I had no premise of the idea that Looney Tunes and Disney were separate things and that things could be owned by different companies and thus have no presence among each other. Like, I had no idea that Spider-Man couldn't meet up with Batman because they're just superheroes. They just go and hang out and help people. Like, they don't have to worry about copyright laws. That would be silly.
Is that?
You mean the birds?
Yeah, I know purple's a
there's more
sign
plants
of being
and
wealthy. I
animals
didn't know
here than
pink
there
was
used to
also a rare color, but that makes
Probably because
sense.
the environment's changed.
Oh, this might be seeing a new boss here. Now, we've already done a Wispy Woods type boss, and we did Gory Mondo at the start and in the demo. So who knows what's next? Nope,
should
there
be
we go.
another facility across that bridge. It's a bit of a hike, but should we check it out? It's not like Command to get a location wrong. I guess even they get bad intel from time to time, huh?
I wouldn't bet on that.
Oh, also, hello, Anti-Hero Rap, or Anti-Hero Rap. How's it going? How's it going? There we go. Nailed it. Alright, we're getting some sort of machinery boss, I think.
High-powered
Continuation
jet
of that other prior
No
boss.
response from long-range communications.
Doesn't matter. I'll just take him out.
I wonder if, because there is so much technology in this game, and I know that Kirby Robobot has a remix of the factory theme from Kirby 64, which is one of my personal favorite Kirby songs. So I wonder if they're going to have that in this game too, with all the technology they have and all the ruins of civilization. Because like, this is very much like, as far as I know, not your typical Kirby boss.
Is that?
Target
I do
enemy
appreciate
detected.
Bandana Waddle Dee taking initiative. He's really starting to prove that he deserves to be in Smash Bros. And will probably be in the Season Pass any minute now once they patch out Sora. Then removing the kissing to share food is really lame. Like, I almost wonder if the ESRB literally wouldn't accept it because it's 3D, because the ESRB has this really weird standard for what counts as explicit, where it's like if something is portrayed in 2D, it is less violent inherently for whatever reason. Like Castlevania games sometimes get away with being rated T with blood in them because they're flat, like it's pixelated blood. But then the 3D ones, they're all rated M as far as I know. Yeah, there we go. Big damage, big damage. I'm sure I gotta aim for the head, if I had to guess. There we go. I wonder if these pink orbs are like Kirby related. Like, I know that Kirby Star Allies has some sort of pink orb. So like, I don't know. I probably shouldn't try and guess what the Kirby lore is, because there's probably not much that I can glean. Actually, now that I think about it, I've mentioned several times that I played a lot of the Game Boy Advance Kirby games, but I also played a lot of Kirby 64, because that's one of the two N64 games I actually own. Like, I have an N64, but I still resent that my parents didn't let me buy any N64 games when they were dirt cheap. Like, I remember there was Smash 64 at a Blockbuster being sold, and I was like, oh man, can I use my allowance to get this? And it was like $10. And they're like, no, you have enough video games. You don't need to play more. And so then I just didn't get Smash 64, even though that was like one of my favorite games ever as a kid.
Alert. Incoming enemy attack from below. Proposal. Be made.
I've actually like legit missed out on so much. Whoa, okay, wait, am I dead? Yep. Like I had a chance to get the Zelda Master Collection for GameCube with Zelda 1, 2, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask for like $25 at EB Games. And that was another time when my parents brought up the age-old, well, you already have video games, so you don't need more video games. And so I just couldn't get that cool, rare thing that would have given me the opportunity to play Majora's Mask, another one of my favorite games when I was a kid. Elflin carries you out. I'm gonna assume that's what happens when it fades out and then Kirby just reappears on the ground.
Hacking in.
All my homies kiss to share food. Yeah, that's literally just normal. Oh yeah, so I guess another thing to think about, and this isn't overall Kirby lore, but how does this fit in with the whole Beast Pack thing? I feel like they've really not established that very well. God, right now Wallaby is so cool.
Black box signal detected. No response to communication.
Oh, there we go. They got a nice built-in platforming level for me, I think. There we go. It's surprising, like, I feel like a really obvious thing to do in a lot of Nintendo franchises, like this, because there's a lot of platformers, is make the boss fights into just more platforming levels. Like, Perfect Chaos in Sonic Generations has a lot of platforming mixed in with its, like, actual boss mechanics. And the fact that Mario never really does that is baffling to me. Like, even now we've got Kirby doing it, but no, Mario, the platforming game, the game known for jumping, we can't have jumping-based boss fights. We have to have weird other bad boss fights for the most part. So is the battle armor a reference to Robobot? Like that again, like I don't have much context for a lot of Kirby games, so I don't know what the deal is with that. Because I think it's kind of weird, but if you think it fits, then I guess it fits.
9S.
Oh god. Wow, that's really dark for a Nintendo game. I guess if there was ever going to be a dark thing though, it'd be Kirby, because I know how dark those games get. We've seen the lore of like those companies becoming evil or whatever.
9S.
They provided so much to the world and then everything fell apart. All that benevolence. Bandana D, no! Hi Kentrix, how's it going?
Hod, get me staunching gel and logic virus vaccines. Then access
Mario has returned to tradition to count for a video game. Yeah, unfortunately, that's very accurate. Like, I can't keep track of what I say to people in private and what I say on stream and what I say on Twitter, but a lot of stuff in Mario just kind of persists because it's a tradition. There's no other real meaningful reason for it. Like, Mario stuck with lives for a really long time. It wasn't until Odyssey they got rid of them, and then they still keep all these coins everywhere. But they keep the same coin economy of back when you wanted to collect 100, but then they have costumes that cost 9,999 coins. It's insane. Like, it's such a bizarre mishmash of modern and outdated design issues that clash and create all these problems. Oh yeah, by the way, since there's more of you viewing now, yeah, there's a green construction area now. Oh wait a second. Oops, I'm on the wrong overlay. There we go. Yeah, there's a new construction area where you can use some channel points, not channel points, some White Wolfos to help reconstruct this part of the overlay. Because now that we've beaten Stranger of Paradise, now we can truly begin the next process and almost completely refinish this overlay after OBS just ruined everything. Or no, sorry, OBS is good. Streamlabs, that's the one. Streamlabs OBS. They stole the name, so unfortunately, there's lots of bad associations with the word OBS. Nice, thanks for the contributions. A Shameless Shill and Singfora and Anatoria. I keep wanting to say Antarctica. I can't resist.
I found a weakness in the target. Hacking in to provide support.
Man, Bandana and the MVP. They really push the limits of what you can do to help Kirby get across. And it's weird, because I think Kirby could handle this all on his own. He is kind of infinitely powerful, but you know.
Take it over.
I told you to shut up!
I'm glad you're doing pretty good now, Kendricks. This auto shoot stuff it feels silly, but at the same time, holding down a button to shoot doesn't really mean anything more. I like how obscenely powerful this basic construction gear is. Like, it's not like this is like a battle robot or anything, it's just a bunch of construction stuff stuck together.
Infiltrating enemy subunit. Behavior table adjusted. Balance controls overridden. Enemy unit subjugation complete.
Oh, right. Oh. So this is, I guess, more... It's not exactly a multiple mode ability, though, is it? In fact, we haven't seen that in a bit. It's weird. That was like a whole marketing thing, but like this level has been very straightforward.
You just die already!
I'm curious now, actually, though. If I were to drop the sword ability and go into having guns, I wonder what it would be like to have that along with Elflin supporting fire. That might be kind of insane. That's too many projectiles.
Contact command. Request assistance.
No,
Kirby's really aggressive in this game.
it doesn't look like that.
I mean, I think that's kind of normal.
Necessary.
Like, I think this game is one of those, you know how sometimes Japanese devs try and make games that are trying to appeal to the Western demographic a bit more, like, you know, Stranger of Paradise is to some extent. You know, there's some bad examples too, like DMC with the lowercase m, that kind of thing. Lots of 7th gen games, really, in general, and like Final Fantasy 15, the game that's for Final Fantasy fans and first timers. And so I feel like they're probably just taking that whole angry Kirby bit a bit further here, is all. I think it's still pretty authentic to the character. Like, Kirby does just go and kill without mercy. Yeah, no, this whole thing with Bandana Wallaby is way more brutal than I would expect from a Kirby game, but what do I know?
Requesting destruction of enemy hostiles via black box reaction.
Oh my god, wait, are they gonna do like a double crash ability where like the thing that destroys all enemies on screen but two at once? Like, is that the level they're going to here? And then is the final boss gonna be like triple crash? Like how Sonic Force has the triple boost? No, there's Crash! Okay, now what I want to see is double megaphone. And they go, disco, disco, disco. Oh, alright, we're into space, I guess. At the rate this game's accelerating, I have no idea where things are gonna go. Like, I think someone said on the last stream that this might end with Kirby using multiple mode on galaxies, maybe? And I could see that. It could be possible. It's definitely not off the table at this rate. Oh, so we're doing kind of like an actual platforming level now. Like it's a fully 2D thing by the looks of it. You can actually move in 3D though still. Oh, oh.
So, mission complete and all that, huh? The Goliaths were wiped out.
They're sharing food cans? No, that's...
territory.
You can't, unfortunately, you can't add the kissing back in.
9S,
Yeah.
thank you for uploading my data to the bunker.
I did that? Sorry, I don't remember.
There wasn't a whole lot of bandwidth down there, you know? I probably only had enough time to back up your memories. Mine are only intact up to the point just before we rendezvous.
I see.
Glory to mankind.
Glory to mankind.
All right, that's a new angle for Kirby, I guess. Does Kirby even know what mankind is? Or are they just... is Kirby just copying everything? Like, just like Kirby sees it, it's like, ah, yes, Poyo.
history into a sudden and abrupt end. When the world was invaded by aliens from beyond the stars. The
Wait,
aliens reached a new
they're just flat out
weapon,
saying Earth.
machine-like
Like they were coy about it in Kirby 64, but I guess this is showing how it becomes a barren, icy husk.
survivors that remained
Or maybe this is even further after that.
52
Has there been a Kirby game with aliens up until now?
Humanity
Like, we've already had
launched its
Robobot with
counterattack,
robots, but I guess this one's gonna have
forming
robots
army of
and aliens, maybe?
orbiting bases. But after more than a dozen large-scale descents upon the enemy, we still haven't managed to repel the invaders. That is why you, the Yorha forces,
Kirby is an alien? I mean, yeah, legally, yes. Kirby is from Popstar.
once and for all.
So, like, maybe that's the
You
premise,
are
is, like,
our
Kirby
ultimate weapon.
goes to Earth and, like, falls for Earth propaganda?
Understood, sir.
Or maybe I'm thinking a bit too deeply about this Nintendo game.
Glory to mankind. Glory to mankind.
Glory to mankind.
Yeah, wait, does Kirby's copying ability extend into copying ideologies he sees? Is that how it works? Kirby is an alien for tax purposes? I feel like that's bad for tax purposes. You probably have to pay a bunch of tax. Like, I'm lucky, I'm from Canada, so I don't have to pay any kinds of extra taxes when I get paid from the US. So we have some sort of treaty or something. Which is good, because if I had to pay the 30% default tax when I get paid, like, for example, when I was editing for Noggin stuff, if I had to get 30% hacked off because of tax stuff, that would be a nightmare. I would basically not be getting paid for work. Are Canadians aliens? Discuss. There are multiple facets to that question. Oh, okay. Huh. Interactive settings, huh? Was this Sakurai's idea? Did he have some influence here? From space? Possible? I mean, I'm not. But there are other ways for alien to apply beyond just being from space. This is a very involved tutorial for the option system. This is like some Wii-era Nintendo stuff. I thought they kind of moved past this, but I guess they really want to make sure the kids know about the options. You're French and this is true? I'm so sorry. My condolences to you.
Try and pick up the pace a little bit? It's all right. Are we good now? Oh, thank you. Anyway, that takes care of the settings. Hold on. your self-destruct permissions are missing.
The French, okay, so French Canadians are actually like a thing beyond just regular French, because they're like these insanely prideful hicks, basically. Like, their version of French is wrong and is embarrassing to speak in France, for example. It is a very bizarre culture.
Okay, good. If things go wrong during an op, you may have to sacrifice yourself in order to finish it. So, once you're finished making adjustments, you can go ahead and close this out. Morning.
Oh, Elfling glitched out a bit there.
9S.
The commander's put me in charge of your maintenance, ma'am.
So wait, does
That means I'll be performing
Bandandi
regular
have his
checks
own
on you from
Elfling?
now on.
Like, they look identical.
I see.
Oh, don't worry.
Like, is that just a co-op
9S
contrivance,
models are
or
the
is that
best
like a
around,
lore
you know.
thing? And I don't know how much of Kirby is
Suppose we're
lore and
not
how much is
exactly
just
known for our
Nintendo
modesty.
gameplay stuff.
9S.
What is it, ma'am?
Stop calling me ma'am.
Huh?
Oh yeah, no, the French Canadians, like, not to generalize genuinely, because like there's it's just people, but they have a very intense nationalism problem with some of their
We better go see what's up, ma'am.
what would the word be? Like there are certain regions of Quebec where where you would just nudge around, okay. Yeah, but like the Quebecois, like they have a very serious problem with
Access point to save your data. You can see access
nice.
points on the close range map.
deep racism, I guess. No other way to put it. If you don't speak French, then they don't think you deserve any rights or the ability to live. Like, it's very bad. I had a friend whose family went to Quebec for like a holiday or something, and there was like a place they went to, and the person refused to serve them unless they ordered in French,
You detonated
or
your
en
black
français,
box in
as
order
they
to
say.
defeat the enemy.
But
Bold, but risky.
yeah, no,
Try not to be so
it's a
reckless
problem,
next
and they want to secede, and everyone's like, yes, get
I
rid of
know you're
them.
fresh out of
We'll be
movies,
free.
but I have another
And they
mission
can
for
just
you.
go and
I need
be
you to head to the
isolationists,
surface.
and then they
Rendezvous
won't
with
last
the
another
resistance
couple
in
years,
Gemusame.
basically.
Doesn't Yorha have a dedicated resistance contact already?
We haven't been able to get in touch with them, so we'll need you to look into that as well. Understood.
Alright, so I'm hoping we can get back to the actual, like, forgotten world soon. I want to get to the overgrown town full of greenery that nature has reclaimed and figure out the secrets of the
Usually
beast
we
pack.
can't get near flight units. They're way too expensive for us grunts. Too bad they can't mass produce these things yet.
Hey Marvin. No, we're just doing some more Kirby. I'm playing Kirby. This is Kirby in the Forgotten Land, the new 3D Kirby game. Like, yeah, someone else was mentioning how this doesn't look like the Kirby game they were playing, but they're probably playing Kirby Star Allies, the other Switch Kirby game. Okay, we got the upgrade shop, but I don't actually think I have any rare stones or anything to do upgrades right now, so oh well. Thanks for the contribution, Marvin. Looking good, Umfizian. I hope you guys can cheer on these White Wolfos. They're doing their best.
The hangar's up ahead.
Oh yeah, so Marvin, if you're just tuning in, we had a big fight against a construction robot, and now we're in space apparently, and the game has barely even gotten anywhere. Like, last stream we covered 2 worlds, so I guess we're now 3 worlds in, and we're already in space, and there's robots, which I thought was just a Planet Robobot thing, but apparently they're in this too. You're playing on handheld mode? Wow, okay, is the handheld mode that badly optimized that it looks drastically different? Or is the console... I know some of the Switch games, when you play it docked, it actually looks and performs worse. It's weird. Apparently they're like, Age of Calamity runs pretty terribly, but apparently it runs better on the handheld version. Because I guess it's locked at a lower standard, like the graphics and stuff are worse, and the resolution is lower, so it actually runs better. It's weird.
Make sure to commit them to memory.
Yes. Oh, hi, Miss Spade. Yeah. Yeah, no, this is just your usual Kirby shmup segment, basically. The music's kind of different from what you expect, I think, for this kind of thing. Usually the shmup Kirby music goes really hard. This is kind of goofy, but it's still early in the game. Like, you can see, we're still in... This is the area from the box art, the Forgotten Land, with the city that's been taken over by nature. So it's not like we're in, like the clock, the Nova from Milky Way Wishes or anything like that. We're not doing anything crazy yet. It is just like a beginning shmup sequence. It's not the true shmup.
Bunker to 2B, come in. I've set a landing point for your flight units. We'll be touching down quite a ways from the resistance camp, unfortunately. Sorry for the trouble, but we can't risk the enemy discovering their position. Understood. Good luck down there.
Actually, this kind of makes me think of an anime opening now. Like the saxophone going and stuff. Alright. Finally gonna get a little bit better look at the Forgotten Land area. See, it was there in the first world, but it was very much in the background. So it's cool actually getting to see all this stuff properly explored. And I mean, it's cool that they got machines going, but I would like to see in a woofie or something like that.
Target location acquired. Marking
That sounds deranged enough with the Switch to be believable. Yeah, the Switch is a very cursed system. Like, deeply and fundamentally cursed. Man, was it always this dark inside buildings in Kirby? Like, again, like, I don't know if there's other gritty settings in Kirby, but like, this is very much different from what I expect from the franchise. Okay, there we go. Now it's nice and bright and Kirby-ish. Man, I forgot how much they nerfed Kirby's glide. It's kind of unreal. Like, it's barely, you barely get any height. It's just that. Must be a lighting issue. My TV is dark. I do, like, I have to keep that in mind. I tried fiddling with the settings to try and fix it, but it is still much too dark. It does this automatic thing where the lighting changes based on what's on the screen. So like right now it's super bright, and it would get brighter if I looked up too. And then meanwhile, if I look down, it'll darken because it's darker. It's weird because it's not really useful in that way, because I don't want brighter things to be brighter and dark things to be darker. I want it to be either consistent, or I want it to compensate so that I can still see no matter what. Like either or, one of those. Man, I know I said this at the start of the stream, but why is there so much tech for the sword when the enemies are so basic? In fact, I haven't. Yeah, I haven't even seen the enemies yet, because you know there was that whole interview where they said that they don't want to put high density of enemies in this game because that would make Kirby sad. There's definitely a low density of enemies. Oh, there we go. More robots, huh? Man, getting all these random materials, I guess you can upgrade your copy abilities eventually, but I don't know, I haven't gotten any rare stones, so. Finally getting to see the perfect dodge in action. Yeah.
Plant life has claimed most of the central area. Big plants, too.
Oh, I just realized, I haven't actually mentioned this so far, but off stream I did actually go back and get all the Waddle Dees in the first 2 worlds.
Wonder if there are any huge boars in
so that's a thing. So I've actually replayed a bunch of the stuff, found a bunch of little secrets and stuff. And yeah, like the timing for the automatic dodge thing, or not the automatic dodge, what's the word? The witch time dodge that Kirby has. The timing is very lenient. You can use it a lot. The thing is, the weird thing is it actually doesn't seem to benefit you very much. Like, you get a little bit of slowed time, but I've never been able to actually capitalize on it in any meaningful way. It just is, like, it means you don't get hurt, so it's good, but I don't know why the slow motion is there. It's almost more like an effect, as opposed to actually being a thing for functionality. Time for, oh yeah, fishing! I should find some water. I still haven't actually done any fishing in this. And that's how you can tell that Kirby is a JRPG. It has the fishing, it's all you need. That's actually like one of the easiest hints for why Yakuza games haven't always been JRPGs. Even before they went turn-based, they've always been JRPGs. Okay. Looking for a body of water. So far it's been very barren, but I'm sure there's got to be one around here somewhere. Honestly, they could get away with just having a fishing power-up for Kirby, if you think about it. Alright, there's some like actual animal enemy types. It's like the Woofies though, where they're not attacking me. The Woofies in like the cafeteria and waiting in line at the carnival and stuff. Like, you have to attack them. And I feel so mean doing it, but you know, Kirby is a merciless killer. So this isn't a Woofie. It has antlers, clearly, so I'm not sure what its name would be. Like, it's some sort of moose, but I don't know what a cute moose name would be. I need to get the trophy for it, so I can find out the lore. Hello, Defake Chicken. What kind of Kirby form is this? It's just Sword Kirby. They have... Oh, wait. What the heck? Fists. I didn't know Fighter Kirby was in this. Hold on a second. Okay, what tech do I have here? When did this happen? Like, I can see the sword right now. Is there power switching in this game? Huh. I was using sword this whole time, but now I got, like, fighting moves. Oh, no, there we go. Okay. I don't know how I did that. I'll have to figure that out later, I guess. Figure out how to switch. Yeah, no, now I'm back to the fighting moves. Weird. And restore access point immediately. Well, it's strong, okay. Fighting Kirby has always been one of my favorite ones, for sure. Sword Kirby's a classic, but Fighting Kirby feels really satisfying. A Musi, there we go. That sounds kind of wrong, honestly. I don't think that there should ever be a name like that with an S sound. It should never be in that way. It works for a Woofie, but if it would not sound anywhere near as wholesome if I said a Woosie. Or a Woosie, I guess. I don't know. Gary, a Woosie. Finally, Kirby has style switch. Soar, fight, gun, explore, cutter. Yeah, basically. And I haven't found any water. I'm not sure if I can get to show off fishing, but there's still a lot of stream to go, so who knows. Well, there's more enemies at least. Oh, desert area perhaps. I know that people have complained that this game follows a very Nintendo standard of like grass level and like fire level, desert level, and stuff like that. Very typical tropes. But the thing is, I think it's a lot more interesting when it's an abandoned civilization overtaken by nature. I think that adds a lot, just a little bit. The other option for moose is abeloe. Is that like the scientific name for moose or something? You'd think I'd know as a Canadian, but all I know about moose is that you need to fear them. Because they're very big and very strong, and they will just ruin your day if they choose. Oh, no, I thought that was water, but no, it's concrete. Which is a water of a sort. Oh, is that water? Or is it just a weird shadow? Hey, fishing!
Commencing.
There we go. Oh no! I have to aim it. Yay, a fish!
Success.
Nice. Kirby can eat it later. Raw. It's a sound they make? Do you just mean bellow? Like the sound that anyone can make? Alright, any minute now it's gonna... There we... Oh! No, they faked me out. Man, this reminds me of how Hades, the fishing minigame, has frame data. You have to press it just right when it goes in. And it is hard. I want to fill out everything in that game, but I have not caught very many rare fish. And you have to get a bunch to get all the data.
Report. Success.
What do they get? A kill-a-fish. Kill-a-fish machine! What is with the lore of this game? This game's insane.